This also gives the internet one last chance to talk about our bromance. I feel more loose and relaxed than ever. Those Joe Biden shoulder massages, they're like magic. We've gotten so close in some places in Indiana, they won't serve us pizza anymore.
What would you like to hear from President Obama on his visit?
Well, I think the U.S. and Obama's job is to back us up in the internal process that we have to bring about in our society, in our public. I think there's nothing Prime Minister Netanyahu wants more than an ongoing negotiations and ongoing peace talks that lead nowhere. There's nothing he wants less than the actual end of this conflict and the actual agreement. Sympathy with Israel and sympathy with Palestine or with the Palestinian people and with the Israeli people, it's the same thing. We both want to live in secure boundaries, in prosperous societies. We want our region to move forward. I think someone who poses the question like this, as if being pro-Israel means being against Palestine or vice versa, that's trying to, rule and divide between us. That's not the right question. My sympathies, of course, is with Israel, and I'm an Israeli, and I believe the same political action to sympathize with Israel would be to support the Palestinian statehood, for example.
We are now in the 50th year of Israel's occupation, an occupation which denies basic Palestinian rights while failing to deliver Israel real security. I know so many of you agree with me when I say this occupation must end. The answer to a politics of intolerance, resentment, and division is to develop a politics of solidarity and a common humanity, to speak up strongly in support of progressive values, principles, and rights, and organize behind them. As I said during my presidential campaign, peace, real peace, means security not only for every Israeli, but also for every Palestinian. It means supporting self-determination, civil rights, and economic well-being for both peoples. These are the ideas which should guide us, the values of equality, security, democracy, and justice. I know that the Meretz Party shares those values.
Yes, we can fight it together. Here in Israel, the extreme right is doing everything it can to evade the issue, hoping Israelis and others around the world will come to believe the problem does not exist, pushing every criticism away as anti-Semitism. We know this is not true.
It's the wrong kind of pressure, is that your point?
It's not a matter of pressure, it's a matter of backup. And the backup has to be for an Israeli leadership bringing the will to the table and the capacity to bring about the right solution. I think that once you need to talk in pressure arguments, we are in the wrong, framing of the. It's not going to work with pressure, just because, Israel is a democracy. We should produce the change within ourselves, and that's our job. That's the job of the progressive leadership in the Israeli society.
Brave people uniting around a common set of values with clear goals can change a country. They can change the world. They can even change the Israeli-Palestinian conflict.
Together we are a majority of Israelis, Jews and Arabs, and a majority of the Jewish people around the world. And we will win. Believe it.